Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple of my favorite plays on Prizepicks for today's slate for Wednesday, May the 11th. We do have two games once again on Wednesday night. We got Game 5 of Boston and Milwaukee. That series is tied at 2-2. So this is a very big game, very important game in that series. Winner, whoever can win this Game 5 and go up 3-2, a lot of times will come out and win the series. So that should be a fun game to watch. Hopefully it stays close. And then we have Game 5 of Golden State and Memphis. Golden State up 3-1. Obviously, it has a chance to close out that series. Pretty likely to do so. If they don't close it out on Wednesday night, they'll probably close it out back at home in Game 6. Memphis, likely still going to be without Ja Morant. So, got two games tonight. I was able to find three props that I did like at first look, guys. Decent sized board right now. We do have a good amount of props posted. So I was able to find three props I like. Before we talk about the plays that I like for today, we can recap Tuesday's plays, and sadly, man, I knew it was going to happen at some point. Sadly, Tuesday we did take an L, and it's been a while since we took an L. We had three straight sweeps heading into Tuesday. Again, we had gone over the last 5 days. We had gone 14-1 on our 15 plays, but Tuesday was not our night. It was just a weird night in general in the NBA. Both games on Tuesday night were blowouts. A lot of props went under, so like if you bet a lot of overs Tuesday, you probably got screwed because a lot of guys went under their props. Both games were just really gross and low scoring. They were blowouts. Some guys were in foul trouble as well. We did hit the over on 12.5 points for Mikal Bridges. That one hit pretty quickly, I think. I think Bridges hit with like maybe halfway through the third quarter or maybe early in the fourth quarter. He scored over, got his 13th point, got 14 points. And then, Dorian Finney-Smith, his PRA just didn't hit. He didn't really have that great of a game. He didn't shoot a ton. He didn't get a ton of rebounds. I think he finished with I want to say 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists, something like that. I can't remember his exact stat line. Just wasn't a great game for Dorian Finney-Smith. Didn't help that the game wound up being a blowout as well, so he lost out on 5 extra minutes because of that. And then Jay Crowder was in massive foul trouble. He only played 25 minutes. He also shot the ball terribly. I think he shot 1 for 7 in the minutes that he played. Only finished with 3 points. He made 1 3-pointer, and that was all the points he had. Just wasn't our day Tuesday. It is what it is. If you've been tailing over the last 4 or 5 days, basically since Friday of last week or Saturday of last week, you should be up a lot of money. So even though we had a losing day Tuesday, hopefully you guys have made a lot of money, over this little hot streak we've been on. And I said this in my video recently. You guys got to be smart, with how you're playing your props and how you're betting your money. In the end, you guys are all grown people. You most likely, if you're able to play on Prizepicks, you have to be at least 18 years old. So you're a grown adult. I can't tell you how to spend your money, how to use your money. That's totally up to you. But if you go on heaters like this, and let's say over the last 3 or 4 days, 5 days, you've been tailing and you've made a lot of money, and you just start betting way more money than you normally would bet, and then obviously we have a losing day like we did on Tuesday, and you lost all that money. Well, you're just an idiot. I can't tell you how to bet your money, but you gotta bet smart, man. If you're someone that normally bets $10 a day, just because you go on a little heater, that doesn't mean you should start betting $50 a day or $100 a day. You guys still play within your means. Even though I've been winning a lot of money lately, I've still kind of been sticking to my same unit size. Still betting the same amount every day, so that way even if we go on a little heater and we win a lot, you don't want to just blow it all away on one day or in 2 days, because you're not gonna win every single day. The goal in sports betting, the goal in betting player props, playing DFS, whatever it may be, the goal is to win more than you lose and just to win long term. This is not a sprint; it's a marathon. We're not trying to get rich in 3 days. We're trying to win money over the long run. So just remember, you got to bet smart, man. Even when we go on heaters like that, and obviously those heaters are a lot of fun. It's always fun to win money, quickly like that. You still got to bet within your means, understand your principle, understand how much you should be betting on a nightly basis. In the end, that's up for you guys to decide, but I'll just say that, if you've been tailing over the last, 5 or 6 days, you should be up a good amount of money, just because, even though we had a loss on Tuesday, we've had a lot of wins, previous to that loss. But again, I got 3 plays I like for Wednesday slate, so we'll talk through these. Just before we do, guys, hit that like button down below. I appreciate all you guys supporting these videos every single day. Once again, on Tuesday's video, we got a ton of likes. I think we got over 300 likes on Tuesday's video. So hopefully that'll be something we can achieve again today. Hit that like button if you haven't yet. Hit that subscribe button as well. I am trying to upload these Prizepicks videos every day for you guys, at least on the day where we have at least one NBA game. Going to try and upload these videos. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. And if you are new to Prizepicks, you want to check them out, you can sign up with my promo code NOAH. Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100. when you do sign up with my promo code. So, maybe if you bet player props on a sports book, maybe you bet player props on a different DFS site, you want to give Prizepicks a try, sign up with my code, and they will match your first deposit up to $100. But let's talk through the 3 plays that I like for Wednesday's slate. We got 2 points props that I like, and then we have a rebound prop that I like. So first off, in the points prop category, this is one that I've been betting a lot lately. I think it's hitting like 2 out of the last 4 games, and then the 2 games it didn't, it was pretty close. But I really like the over 20.5 points for Jrue Holiday. Again, like I said, this is a number that he has hit now in 2 out of the last 4 games. So, in this series, in the 4 games in this series, he's gone over twice. The 2 games he didn't go over, he finished with 19 points, 2 points short. And then last game he finished with 16 points, 5 points short. But let's take a look at, Jrue's usage, Jrue's opportunity, Jrue's volume so far in this series. And in these 4 games, he has taken 20, 20, 30, and 22 shots. So he is chucking. He's taking a ton of shots when he's on the floor. His minutes, 36, 40, 43, and 41. So he's basically going to play about 40 to 42 minutes. Does he continue to take 20-plus shots a night? Maybe not. Maybe that volume comes down a little bit. But clearly there's a lot of opportunity available right now for Jrue with Chris Middleton off the floor. And we're starting to see Jrue really, take on a heavy offensive role. In that Chicago series, like, a lot of those games were blowouts. They didn't really need Jrue to be super aggressive offensively. They didn't need Jrue to play 40-plus minutes. Well, this is a tough matchup for them against Boston. Obviously, this series is tied 2-2. All the games in this series, for the most part, have been pretty close and down to the wire. So I expect this game to be close tonight. I expect Jrue to play 40-plus minutes. The opportunity should be there because if you take a look at the usage this season without Chris Middleton on the floor, Jrue's got the second highest usage rate on the team, 28.6% usage rate. He actually sees the biggest bump in usage, 4.9% bump with Middleton off the floor, so that's something we like to see. And then if you look at the usage so far in this series over the last 4 games, obviously Giannis has a massive usage rate, to no surprise. Jrue, pretty much second highest usage rate on the team, 28.6%. Next highest guy is Bobby Portis at 17%. Now, obviously, Serge Ibaka has a 37% usage rate, but that's in 3 minutes. That's all garbage time. That really doesn't even count. That's not even something we should be looking at. So pretty much 40% usage rate for Giannis, 28% for Jrue, and then Bobby Portis is a big bump down to 17%. So clearly, in this series, with how this Milwaukee offense is kind of set up right now, it's just going to be Jrue and Giannis taking all the shots, and that's kind of how it's been for the most part. I think we're going to get close to 20 field goal attempts, maybe more from Jrue Holiday. Normally, he's a pretty efficient shooter, and I know like some of these games lately, he's shot the ball really poorly. Like last game, he shot 5 for 22. He shot 22% from the field, and he still scored 16 points, shooting 5 for 22. The game where he scored 19 points, he shot 7 for 20 and 1 for 6 from 3. Like, the only reason he's gone under these 2 games is because he just shot the ball terribly. If Jrue has, like, a mediocre shooting game, shoots 35% from the field, he's probably scoring 21 points because we know the volume is going to be there and we know the minutes are going to be there. So, I like this one a lot. Over 20.5 points for Jrue Holiday. Sure, the matchup's tough, but it's the playoffs, man. Like, you're not going to get good matchups in the playoffs. You kind of have to look at more so at volume, at usage, and right now, Jrue's getting all the volume, he's getting the usage, and the minutes are massive as well. So I like over 20.5 points for Jrue as our first pick for today. And then second pick, another guy that's getting a big bump in usage right now is Jaren Jackson Jr., and I like over 17.5 points for Triple J. So if you look over his last 5 games, sure, Triple J has gone over in 3 out of his last 5, but what I really care about is last game, because last game they played, obviously, without Ja Morant. Doesn't seem like Ja Morant's going to play in this game. Doesn't seem like Ja Morant's going to play again in the playoffs, even if by some chance Memphis, comes back in this series and wins it. It doesn't seem like Ja Morant would play in the next round if they were to advance. Expecting Ja to be out once again. Obviously the books are expecting Ja to be out as well because they have Tyus Jones props posted right now. And if you look last game, Jaren Jackson Jr. did score 21 points last game. And if you actually look at the usage differential, very similar to the Jrue Holiday thing, Jaren Jackson Jr. gets the biggest bump in usage without Ja Morant on the floor this season, and he actually leads the team in usage as well. He's got a 30.1% usage rate without Ja on the floor and sees a 4.6% bump in usage. That's the biggest differential of everyone on the team. So clearly, Jaren Jackson Jr. benefits when Ja's out. We saw that be the case last game. He had a 30% usage rate, which did lead the team, and he also took 21 shots last game. He shot 7 for 21. So he also had a pretty bad shooting game. Shot 33% from the field. He shot 0 for 7 from 3, and he still scored 21 points, shooting 33% from the field. He took the most shots on the team. 21 shot attempts was the most on the team. I think Dylan Brooks was second with like 19 shot attempts, and I think Tyus Jones was third with 18. Clearly, looking at the usage last game, looking at the usage, in the regular season with Ja off the floor, clearly Jaren Jackson Jr. benefits when Ja Morant is not out there. And Jaren Jackson Jr. is a good offensive player. Like, he's a guy that can score. He can knock down three-pointers. What he struggles with is fouls. Like, fouls is always the thing that, kind of hinders him, holds him back. If he can stay out of foul trouble, though, I think he plays like 34, 35 minutes. He stayed out of foul trouble last game, played 34 minutes. Obviously, with their season on the line tonight, you got to think Memphis is going to try and do everything they can to win this game somehow. They are playing at home, so I think if Memphis were to pull off an upset, it probably would be tonight. We should get 34, 35 minutes from Triple J if he's not in foul trouble, if the game stays close. The usage should be there without Ja Morant. Clearly, he benefits when Ja is off the floor. So I like over 17.5 points for Triple J as our second pick for today. And then our third and final pick, again, is going to be a rebound prop. This is one that I was on last slate, and it crushed. He almost doubled his projection. I know this is a prop that a lot of the public has been on as well, but it's hard to overlook it right now. I really like the over 5.5 rebounds for Andrew Wiggins. So Andrew Wiggins, he has gone over this prop in 3 out of his last 5 games. 2 of the games where he didn't go over. One game he only had, he had 5 rebounds, so he lost by the hook. The other game he only had 3 rebounds. But what really stands out to me is that if you look at the rebound chances so far in the playoffs, he's averaging the second most rebound chances on the team, only behind Draymond Green, and he's right behind Draymond. Draymond's averaging 12.3 rebound chances per game in the postseason. Andrew Wiggins, 11.8. You look at last game, when Andrew Wiggins had 10 rebounds, he had 15 rebound chances. Again, second most on the team behind Draymond. So far in the series, over the last 4 games, Andrew Wiggins actually leading the team in rebound chances. So far in the series, he's got 14.3 rebound chances per game. Andrew Wiggins historically has never been like this dominant rebounder. I think on the season, let me see if I can pull up his season average. So far in the regular season, he's only averaging about 4.5, close to 5 rebounds per game. But his minutes have been way up in the postseason. He did play 39 minutes last game, and he is playing like all of his minutes at the 4. Basically Andrew Wiggins is their power forward right now. Curry's their point guard. Or Curry's the point guard. Clay plays the 2. Or not Clay plays the 2, but Curry's the point guard. Poole mainly will play the 2 when he's out there. And then you'll have Clay play the 3, Wiggins play the 4, Draymond play the 5. Like, that's kind of their, quote-unquote death lineup that they run. And Wiggins, pretty much playing all of his minutes at the 4. Obviously, when he's playing power forward, he's going to be, guarding guys that are closer towards the basket. And clearly, the rebound chances have been there. Like, he's been around the rim a lot to grab rebounds. I know he's been getting a lot of offensive boards as well. I like Andrew Wiggins' chances of getting 6 rebounds, with the opportunity he's getting, with how many rebound chances he's been getting, with how many minutes he's been playing as well. I think he's got a pretty good chance to get 6 boards today. Obviously, I don't expect him to get 10 like he did last game. I wouldn't mind if he did, but I think his chances of getting 6+ are pretty high when he's playing so many minutes, with the rebound chances that he's getting. With all of his minutes basically coming at the 4, playing all of his minutes at power forward, the rebounding opportunity should be there, and we've seen that be the case so far in the playoffs. He's had the highest amount of rebound chances so far in the series over their last 4 games. So really like this one, over 5.5 rebounds for Andrew Wiggins. That'll be our third and final pick for today. So these are the 3 plays that I like at first look, guys. Over 20.5 points for Jrue Holiday, over 17.5 points for Jaren Jackson Jr., and over 5.5 rebounds for Andrew Wiggins. Hopefully, I explain, in depth, and hopefully I gave you guys a lot of analysis on why I do like these plays. That's something that I try and do in every video. I'm not coming on here every day and saying, oh, I like this guy because he's hitting, 3 out of his last 5 games. Oh, I don't like this guy because he's only hitting 2 out of I'm not doing that. Like, I'm trying to really dive deep into it, explain why these guys benefit, explain the uses they should be getting, and, hopefully I do that every day. In the end, I want to, even on our losing days, I want to look back and say, was I right? Was I wrong? Did I get unlucky? I felt like Tuesday we might have got a little unlucky with Crowder getting in foul trouble, with the game blowing out. But in the end, I feel like I'm providing really good analysis each day. Hopefully, over the long run, we will win more than we lose. Obviously, we've been having a really good, week, or over the last 5 or 6 days, over the last week or so. Been doing really well. I know Tuesday was a losing day, but hopefully we can bounce back here. I'm expecting a bounce back on Wednesday. Hopefully we can get a clean sweep tonight. I do feel pretty good about all 3 of these plays. But again, I appreciate you guys checking out this video. I hope you did enjoy. I hope it did help. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like button before you do get out of here. Hit that subscribe button as well. And as I mentioned at the beginning, if you are new to Prizepicks and you want to sign up with my promo code, you can use my promo code and they will match your first deposit up to $100. If you play, or if you bet player props on any other sports book, you bet player props on any other DFS site, you want to give Prizepicks a try, make sure to sign up with that code so you do get that deposit bonus when you sign up. But that's all that I got for tonight, guys. I wish you the best of luck on this Wednesday slate. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.